What up, nerds? Bujo Head Jody here. I've been bullet journaling since 2017, and I would like to show you my September 2020 weekly spreads. So go ahead and sit right back, get comfortable, and we can get started. So as you may or may not know, I have a limited amount of space left in my Archer and Olive for 2020. So we're going to be very frugal with space. I don't actually need a lot of space for each day. I don't include any work tasks. It's mostly, hey, wash your dishes. Dentist appointments, those sort of things. So for the first week on the left here, I've got my pattern of weekdays. I'm going to outline in the darker blue. And on the right, also weekdays. Saturdays are in light blue, and Sundays are in yellow, because Sunday. I like when color coding works out like that. If you've never watched one of these before, get ready for a lot of erasing. Less than last video, so if you like erasing, check out my monthly September 2020. Hopefully you find it relaxing. So after I'm done erasing all of these, I'll fill in all these lines so that for each day we have a box with rounded corners. The brown boxes are things for both weeks. I've got a mini calendar up at the top there, and then at the bottom there will be a now and later list. So most tasks I schedule for a certain day. Like I know I want to have an appointment on that day. I can move them around, not a big deal. But for certain things that I don't really want to do now, or I'm really not sure which day I want to do them, I will throw that in there. And then we're going to be filling in some of the yellow around here. So those boxes at the bottom are the now and later. So now would be, I would like to get them done within this week or these 2 weeks. And later is, I just want to have it written down so it's not in my brain anymore. So I'm going to finish coloring all these in. I really do like the stripe pattern that I've got going there for most of the list boxes. Goes really well together. Oh yeah, get that wavy line. You don't need to be perfect. It just needs to work, right? And now we're gonna go in and fill in all the drop shadows. And all the drop shadows are in this gray. All the markers I'm using are actually zebra mild liners. I'll have all my tools listed in the description. As well as my inspiration for the theme and for the main lettering that I do. We're gonna fill in now and later with that lettering. And I have noticed that I forgot the last yellow line. That looks better. I'm gonna fill in that mini calendar. This time I did the color underneath the numbers first, which ends up having a cleaner look to it. Although this fine liner doesn't bleed too badly if you put the zebra mild liners over it. We're gonna fill in the days of the week. And I have to look up how you do a Y, because I haven't written a Y in this script before. I am glad I started with that Tuesday though. There have been several months where I forget what day the month starts on. Just started on a Monday. Also, if you watch my last plan with me, I got that 10 in. Got it correct this time. Alright, so here we go. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So that's it for the outline of the actual days. We're gonna start in on our doodles now. Well, we're gonna write the weeks. So September 1st to 6th, and that's September 7 to 13. With the September being in that script. Sometimes I'll do something interesting with the script of the numbers as well, but this month I didn't really bother. So now we're going in for the doodles. For this central part here, I really liked that I had like 3 sort of distinct areas, so I went with 3 little doodles within that area. So we've got the compass, that we've already done in our monthly spreads. With that, never eat shredded wheat. And then we're gonna throw a little sailboat here. In this section. we've got wheel, which I'm going to fill out here. Because I had done these doodles before, I did this all freehand, so a little nerve-wracking. I said before, I'm not really an artiste. So this was a doodle I hadn't seen somewhere else before, but I wanted a big 2-section sized doodle. So I've got some gray cliffs here. So we're gonna smooth out a little bit so they're not as intense. And then we're gonna put a little roof up above. You can see my hair a little bit. Hi. So that I can create a lighthouse. So outlining it a little bit there, adding a little bit more defining of the top part, but definitely something I did a little bit on the fly. And then we're gonna do another porthole view on the bottom here. Kind of wish I had thickened up this line, the outline of the porthole a little bit. But we got a little bit of land and then some stars in the sky. Just a little bit of variation from the 2 other ones I've done in the monthly spread, which had a sun and a moon in the old ones. So using my white jelly roll to throw in some details with the waves and the stars, which that came out really well. That was really nice. I'm just going over the compass there. And then I threw some little speckling on the rocks, which turned out to look really good. So if you do any sort of rocks, now I'm wondering if I should throw some black speckles on there. But I haven't really used any, actually I haven't used any black in any of the doodles in this, so that might just stand out and look weird. But yeah, so there's the first 2 weeks. And then we're gonna work on the second 2 weeks. Because I have limited space, I actually threw in the last 3 days of the month on the right side as well. So you see I have less room for doodles in this 2-page spread, but I managed to fit in all the days without it being too crowded. So we've got a full week here on the left with our 5 weekdays. And then on the right, we have our 5 weekdays. And then the 3 last days of the month, which are weekdays. Now, how long will it take me to figure out that I haven't filled in that bottom corner? Oh, and I also just messed up and put some light blue from the Saturday on a Sunday. Oh no. So I'm going with my Posca paint pen, white. I very much prefer this method of correcting any mistakes. And I finally got that right corner. So we're gonna go in and make some racing. It's very soothing. Very, very soothing. Got a little bit stuck there. Managed to get it out. Now, I'm not wearing my rings in any of this. I don't know if you noticed that, but I was very sad when I realized I had filmed this whole thing and no rings. Ah well, next time I will remember. I have definitely erased over that Posca paint pen. So I'm gonna go in and fix that up again, let that dry. So we're gonna finish out these boxes. So this time, moved where that mini calendar is, so that I have more room on the right. I've also tweaked where all the boxes sit a little bit, so the week header, I can actually put those in the opposite sides as compared to the first 2 weeks. In the first 2 weeks, they were in the top left and the bottom right. And in this spread, they will be in those bottom left and top right spaces that I've left. I like the symmetry of that. So I got my light blue for Saturdays. Will not be using it on that second Sunday. So I'll grab my yellow, go in, and then while I'm here, I'm gonna fill in a little bit of where that paint pen was, and it looks great. So we'll go in with this drop shadow and get everything, all the days, all the lists. I'm definitely tired of drawing boxes at this point. But even with them being a little wonky, I do really like the sort of hand-drawn on purpose look to them. Perfection is overrated. So we're gonna fill in the mini calendar. Yeah, and this time I don't have the colored lines first. I don't use the zebra mild liners first. So you'll see that it doesn't smudge that badly. I think in the monthly plan with me, there's also examples of that. I'm gonna throw down all the days. I think these 2 weeks I wrote the day names a little bit larger. I'm not sure how much you can really tell on screen here, but yeah, the now and later boxes. And we're writing down the last days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Checking the actual date. Good job. Very smart. That is partially why the mini calendar is there. Do our last little bit of erasing. And then we're going to do the lines for the list boxes. I did think for a little bit about just highlighting those last 3 days on the mini calendar everywhere, but I think from far away it looks a lot better. And that way it matches the now and later boxes. So I'm going to throw in these week headers. And then we are going to have a big doodle here in the center. This one I also just kind of threw together. I kind of knew what I wanted to do, but I did not sketch it out first. So we got a little island in the sea. And it's going to be a little treasure box, treasure chest on it. I think I go back and decide to widen that out. That does look better. And the palm tree, like all the other trees in this month, will just be light blue for no reason. I was a little worried about this tree, just how it would end up looking, but I think the shape really is very distinct, so that helped out. And then on the other side here, we're gonna throw a big ship down. It's hunting for the treasure. A couple portholes. Funnily enough, 3 of them, like the 3 portholes that I drew. It all works together. Not on purpose, but you know. I was very nervous to put these sails in because I had no idea if they would look okay. I just needed to go for it. And they worked out. I wanted to put a little flag. So I made the mast a little bit taller because it was not quite tall enough. I thought I just wanted the one flag, but no. I want 2 flags. And I want to make sure I know which direction this boat is going in. I'm going to fill in the water. As we get around the island, it goes a little green because it mixes a little bit there. But that's okay. we're gonna go in with my jelly roll details. Some of these details I really like, but I definitely went a little too far for some of them. So I like the waves. The waves went really well. I did like defining this treasure chest a little bit. And I especially like that I went in with the yellow here in the center to give it like the clasp, a little gold look. I thought I was done, but my too much gene kicked in. And this was definitely one I regretted afterwards. The palm tree did not need defining. I liked the sand details. That was a good idea. I wanted some more motion on these sails, make them look full. I'm not sure I like this one. This was... But I did like that I defined the portholes a little bit more, because you couldn't see them very well beforehand. But thanks for hanging out. See you next time.